Awesome, Jubair. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. Let me reduce this audio. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Nice to see everybody here. I'm just going to quickly share some of these links to some other people. So basically, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. If you're already here, please hit the like button. Let the other people know what's going on. Share with friends, share with family, share everywhere. Share everywhere. Honestly, share everywhere. So that's going to be really, really awesome. One second. Continue editing. I don't even know why I'm editing this. Discard. Give me a second, guys. All right, let me just post this link. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. So yeah, share with friends and family. Let's see what happens. I see Matt here. Awesome, my brother. Awesome stuff you were doing yesterday on your show. Oh, you know what? I would have jumped in, but I had a meeting, number one, and I realized that you were kind of in your zone. So I said, I'll leave you alone. And I fell asleep. I fell asleep. So I was listening, and it was quite interesting stuff. Some of the comments, some of your people were making, which was really, really cool. But I've had a few long days. Matt, also to let you know, my brother, there's something very, very awesome coming. You're gonna love this one. We're actually planning to do well, not planning to do. One second, let me just fix this audio because I just realized something. You are listening audio from the stupid. There we go. Yeah, you were listening to the audio from the actual laptop, not from my headphones. We're actually launching a DEX. So some awesome stuff coming our way. So I hope your community also gets involved as well. It should be very insane. I will keep everybody updated on the tokenomics and everything once we're done. So still in the building phase, but once it's built and everything, it shouldn't take long because most of the code is already tested, and we're talking about battle tested codes, verified, certified codes. So it's not something that we're just kind of just getting out from nowhere. These are battle tested codes. So that's what we're doing, and the community is just growing. I'm telling you, it's coming. So you're going to hear me talk lots more about this new protocol that we're coming up with, and I can tell you the name is called Paradex. So yeah, we just came up with the name. We've registered the domains and everything as well, so they're all going up very soon. So you won't find it yet, but when I finally finish everything, I will definitely post the links below so people can go and check them out. You know what I mean? And I'm coming up with loads of different ideas as well, how to like do airdrops and all sorts of giveaways and everything as well. So it should be awesome. I'm telling you, it's going to be insane. It's going to be the DEX of the DEXs. That's what I said. I said the DEX of the DEX, the chains of the chains. It's going to be insane. Complete cross-chain compatibility with a decentralized exchange, 100% decentralized. And soon we're also going to have a governance token for it as well. It's going to be on another level. It's coming. So far just the system is ready, but there's no tokens or nothing yet, but we are definitely working on the tokens and the tokenomics, more importantly. So it's actual use case, it's an actual utility, it gives you something back. So we're definitely working on that. I think it's going to be insane. Right, enough of that. Enough of all of that. Let me quickly double check the chats and see what's going on. So as you guys know, I do struggle with the chats a little bit. I'm not sure why, but I think it's because the on the phone I'm using a slightly different type of an app. I'm not sure if you heard of an app called Vanced. So I use YouTube Vanced on my Android, and it's just serves my purpose, and kind of ad free and everything. So yeah, I don't pay ads or anything, but it's really awesome. And yeah, let's get started. Guys. So as you know, yesterday I mentioned to everybody, I said, guys, look, the market's doing its thing. Don't worry. It's just doing its thing. And remember how USD was all green, and I said to you guys, I said, of course, a lot of money's come out, a lot of people got liquidated, but that money's coming straight back into the ones the whales couldn't get into. And also yesterday there was a little bit of a FUD. So if you did a Google search, you would have seen this, right? So Evergrande, that Chinese building company, whatever it is, right? Highly indebted company. There was some stupid news about that. So there was multiple articles. If you search Google, you'd have seen it, right? Multiple articles, each one saying something different. So there's massive confusion, and the stock markets also suffered because of this as well. So yeah, I mean, it was just pretty insane. And I think that kind of triggered some people to also dump as well. But ultimately, I think it's just crypto doing its thing. You know, when you have too many high leverage, and you can see how high the leverage was, and open interest, like all of a sudden just shot up as well. Everything just shot up. You've got people sitting there, right, you know, just waiting at the gates, right, the gates of hell, to open it up for all these leverage traders to get wiped out, including myself. Good thing I got wiped out yesterday on my DOT. I got wiped out on my Woo, but I managed to recover my Woo. Exactly what I said to you. I said, now is the best time to open a leverage trade if you are going to, right? Because now that we know this is happening, open one up, you're laughing. So I opened one on Woo. I'm doing all right. I think I'm 20-30% up on that one. I opened one on DOT. DOT is doing okay. I've done an Ethereum one, doing okay. So yesterday I think I opened about 4 or 5 trades. So quite happy there, Matt says, awesome, can't wait. Also, bro, same here, trust me. So busy working at night, working at day, 24/7, literally kind of 24/7. I actually forgot to eat today. I'm not joking. So I just ate something, kind of rushed through it. I'm obviously feeling a little bit tired right now because I just ate and my body's like kind of had a shock and this and that, but it's absolutely fine. I mean, sometimes you just got to do this. I'm so excited. And I know that if we don't put every last drop of blood and sweat in this, it's not going to work. You know, it's a vision, and we want this vision to come true. Complete decentralized exchange economy. It's going to be on another level. USDT holds bonds. They never said for who, but I'm willing to bet it was tied to Evergrande. Of course, my brother. Listen, USDT is the most riskiest asset that we have in the crypto sphere. Okay, of course they had an audit. Somehow they had assets backing the token, but that's not good enough. If we're using something that just creates these tether tokens from absolutely nowhere, we've got a problem. And on top of that, I think one of the biggest fundamentals that I have is you're saying USDT is backed by assets, but the assets are not in USA. So how is it dollar backed? You see what I mean? So it just doesn't make any sense, right? I do like Terra Luna. I like Terra USD. I do like it. I think they're doing a really good stuff. Tornado Cash, they're doing very, very good. And I have to, I mean, I can say this much. One of the visions that we have, actually currently just me, but there is other people on board, and I think everyone's thinking about it. One of the vision we have is to create our own decentralized USDT backed by your crypto. So when you want USDT, you back it with, so you say for example you sold your BTC, you get USDT. So it doesn't just, you know, it's not available, it has to be produced. So you want to sell your USDT for the decentralized USDT or whatever you want to call it. That BTC is sitting there. That's the underlying asset. That is the underlying asset. Do you know what I mean? So I think that's just the way forward. Of course, a lot of people are having discussions, right? And the people that I've talked to are all having discussions saying, well, hold on, what if BTC price fluctuates? How would you back that up? Of course, we need to have secondary funds as well. But I think with a very unique system, the way the crypto works, we can do this, and the secondary asset could be a governance token with a burn mechanism on it or something. So making sure that it's constantly rebalancing. So if we've supplied say $1 billion worth of USDT, we should also have an underlying balance of $1 billion worth of crypto. You know, we have to do something like this. So I think the innovation is on its way. Multiple projects on its way. I mean, the DEX that we're doing is just the first, by the way. Also, let me just double, I can see the chat's already bugged. I can't see anything. Give me a second, guys. Let me reset this. Give me a second, guys. Guys, if you're new, make sure to hit that subscribe, smash that like button. Let me see the chat. Right, I see Jeffrey here. Awesome. Is like they say, money isn't backed by gold, but you can't find it. Money, it's backed by gold. Money's not backed by gold, bro. Who told you that? Money's not backed by anything. Money's backed by God. Nobody else, not gold. They took the L out, bro. Yeah, it's your faith and your belief in the paper. Money's not backed by gold. Who told you that? It's never been backed by gold since 1970. Okay, in 1970 they took the peg off. Since then, it's not been backed by anything. It's just your government saying this is what it is, a promissory. Here you go. You value this because we say this is our currency. That's what you've been valuing. So it's not backed by anything, my brother. But I think the systems work. I mean, what Luna Terra did, right? Terra Luna, what they did is brilliant. You know, if you want to produce the Terra USD, you got to destroy your Luna. And I think that's a nice little equilibrium there. Of course, I don't think it's perfect, because that's only one asset, so it's only giving value to Luna and, you know, producing coins, which is fine. And then you can also come back to it. Apparently, I just realized that. I thought you can't, but you can actually come back to it as well, something like this. So all of this is telling me it's not really that feasible, because you're just taking one crypto and having an asset. What happens if the market dumps, the Luna dumps, everything dumps? What happens then? Now you've got, say, $100 billion worth of USDT. How do we value that? What is it backed by? Because if the market is $100 billion worth of USDT and Luna all of a sudden drops to 30 billion, how does that back anything? That's 70% just invisible money. You know what I mean? So I don't like that model. I think there has to be another way of doing things. It's, you know what, it's going to take time, but I think someone will come up with it. If not, then I will definitely come up with something. I think, you know, having connections and making connections is important, and that's what I'm doing right now, trying to make as many connections as possible, talking to brilliant developers out there, brilliant engineers out there, and I think we're going to come up with something very soon. I think we just need to go over this phase of the DEX. There's a chain coming, right? So we've got to get rid of all of those, and there's many products to be built on the DEX as well, to the point where we want to allow you guys to use the DEX just like you use any other exchange. Yeah, it's not a decentralized exchange like, oh, you've got to go to PancakeSwap. No, we're going to try and put it onto your mobile phone. We're going to try and put a blockchain on your mobile phone. You're going to be communicating with Web3 on your mobile phone. That's the vision. You know, if you want to use it on your website, you should be able to download some sort of an application and use it there in a complete decentralized manner. That's you. That's what you should be doing. If you're using any exchange, you should be able to do the same thing. You should be able to do the exact same thing on basically the decentralized exchange. That's the thing, and I'm sure many other people will follow through. Okay, many other people will follow through. So for example, if you go to the Paradex sometime in the future, and it's going to be a slow process, but it's coming, you're going to be able to see this exactly like this. You're going to be able to place your orders, do whatever you want on Paradex. That's the vision. That's the vision. Of course, staking, NFT launch pads. So I'm talking about actual NFT minting. So you can do your NFT minting, you can do staking, you could do yield farming, and also we will have a launch pad, and we're actually in discussion about a launch pool too. That means you stake the native currency and you receive some free stuff that other people want to do. Also, in a complete, to stay true to the decentralized nature, anybody could launch any program there, completely fine. But if they're not verified and vetted, they will not be part of the launch pool, if that makes sense. So they can create a pair, that's fine by us. We don't really stop them, because that's decentralization. You can't interfere. But on a launch pad, we have a special access to allow that launch pad to come onto the platform, and we do what's known as a liquidity generation event. I'm changing it a little bit, but that's how it is. So, you know, everybody comes on board and you provide liquidity, and this token then pops and we'll go to the moon. We go to the moon. I see Prince Manan here. Awesome. Also, I'm looking at the chat, and I can see the chat is just quiet. What's going on, guys? Are we still here? If we're still here, then holla. Right, let's do this. Yeah, this chat is messed up. I see Custard Boot here. Awesome, brother. How you doing? I'm good, my brother. I'm good. Thank you very much for coming to the show, brother. So that's what I'm saying. So this is the kind of stuff we're planning to do. See Albin Plays here. Hey, awesome, my brother. Nice to see you. Nice to see you. So I see people coming. Awesome. So that's the idea. So in case you guys missed some of the conversation that we just had here right now, please just rewind the video. You can live rewind the video and you can see it from the beginning. You'll understand a lot more. Yeah, hope all of that kind of makes sense. I see Jubair here, still here. Awesome. Matt says holla. Awesome, my brother. Holla. But I hope all of this kind of makes sense to all of you guys. What we're planning to do. So we have this massive vision to create. I mean, my vision is to create Binance on the blockchain. I don't see why we can't do it. Code is king, code is law, code is unlimited. I think it's possible. I think we can build the whole Binance infrastructure on a decentralized exchange. Well, that's the vision. It can be done. I think it can be done. By the way, I'm in Collective World on Discord. Awesome, my brother. Awesome. Collective World. Did I sign up to that one? Am I on that one? I'm not sure. I bought Elrond today. Awesome. What can you expect in the future? Do you know Elrond? Bro, Elrond's a super solid project. I mean, we look at Elrond right now. Elrond is a super solid project. You can see I've been tracking my Woo, and my Woo's doing awesome. So this was, you remember yesterday, but anyway, Woo's doing awesome. But let's go and look at your Elrond. And yeah, chuck me some of your coins. Throw me some of your coins. Show me your coins, and I'll talk about them. I've got no issues at all. Let's have a look at some Elrond. Where am I? Don't tell me I deleted it. No, it's there. Some part got it here. I'm gone blind because I was so hungry. I'm full now. I'm back to normal now. Elrond looking awesome. So just for the future, just to let you know, brother, Custard, we already did a target for Elrond, and I think Costana or Ramo actually answered this to you as well. So we do have a target. First target is 367, and in fact we've had this target since we were sitting somewhere around here. I can't remember. It was around here. We were around the $200 something level, and we had this target at the 367. And then the second target, we said as soon as we reach this, we're actually going to this $483 level. Okay, so you can see the breakout pattern that we were expecting, that once we break out, we should expect to go to this high. So we have multiple levels here. We've got this 367 based on the formation breakout. We're saying 412, but the Fibonacci tells us a little bit bigger number, gives us a 479. So that's what's going to happen. I think, you know, definitely, because remember, we've just come to that part of the cycle where things are going to heat up, but they haven't really done so. So let me explain this to you even better on the Bitcoin chart itself, because remember, I use Bitcoin as my market sentiment indicator, right? So I know when Bitcoin's moving up, the entire market's up. When Bitcoin's going to go down to the floor, well, guess what? The whole entire market's going to be in a bear market for God knows how long. Why? Because of one fundamental. I've mentioned this many times. There's one specific fundamental about this: dominance. Currently, Bitcoin owns a very large portion of dominance. That's 43% today. If you look at this carefully, it's 43% of the dominance. You can see this number here. That's the problem. So I'm not saying Bitcoin is king, Bitcoin can take you up and take you to the moon. No, not always. Right now, yes, because of what facts we have. We have these two giants, mega giants, Bitcoin and Ethereum. And if I was to add one more giant, we did pick on it just moments ago, USDT. These are the three giants that could literally take down the entire market. Understand? They could take down the entire. We could have a USDT FUD market collapse, right? That means Bitcoin can't even handle that. If we have Bitcoin top of the cycle, we go to the floor. That's it. Entire market's over. We're in a bear market. And that's how I use this as an indicator. I see 60% of the supply, entire global supply of the cryptocurrency market, with almost 14,000, and I believe it's hit 14,000 already. My God, it's so fast. So I mean, when you look at all of this, right, and it's just man, I don't know what to say, but ultimately when you're looking at these numbers, you should understand that 60% of the market is controlled. So you can see here 60% of the market, or 64% of the market is these two large giants, these two super caps, and that's a lot of power. So we have 14,000 coins. If we can distribute our $3 trillion amongst all of them, and the dominance amongst all of them, guess what? then we're in a whole different place, right? Whole different ball game. We don't have to use Bitcoin as an indicator or Ethereum as a market sentiment indicator, because it doesn't matter anymore. Nobody gives a damn about it. How USDT has control over the market? Jeffrey says how. Well, USDT is the only coin apparently backed by assets, but not actual physical dollars. There are some physical dollars, but not enough. So when you have a situation like that, this is magic money, literally the magic money everyone thinks. I mean, we know we can prove how many Bitcoin exist. We can prove that, right? Exactly how many Bitcoin exists. Terra Luna, we can prove exactly how many Terra Luna exist and exactly how many were destroyed to create the USD. Of course, there's some discrepancies in the model, but we can prove that. That's provable assets. USDT, it's not provable. They say they got land, they got buildings, they got investments, they got this, they got that, they got hedge funds, they got people giving them money, and then they got a little bit in the bank. Somebody, of course, they somehow managed to prove or do whatever, or probably just bought them or bribed them. But the point is, it's not provable. When USDC, they launched their one, it's in a bank, backed $1 to 1 USDC, 100% backed, right? So that's how it should be. You're producing something that's money, that has the largest pair in all the exchanges, right? If there's something wrong with it and somehow some government somewhere come and find it, or they even decide to shut down the whole they regulate it or whatever, there's a problem coming, and USDT has the capacity to take the market down, because your USDT is going to be worth nothing. Your USDT is going to be worth nothing. This is one of the reasons why I tell people, guys, if you are not so comfortable in staying, like I'm not comfortable, I don't like sitting in USDT. I prefer sitting in USDC, because it is regulated, it's backed 1-to-1. I prefer sitting in that. Sadly, it doesn't have enough pairs, right? Then we have Terra Luna, okay, which is great. It's a new boy in the block, right? But the problem with that is there isn't enough exchanges with the pairs. So what we need to see is a paradigm shift where people start using more and more of these provable USD pairs rather than unprovable USD pair. But Tether wins because Tether's been there from day one. The idea was great, so I hope this kind of makes sense to you. So anyway, talking about cycles, we just got kind of taken off track. But let's do this. Let's talk about cycles and how cycles work. So we're on Bitcoin right now. Let's go into Bitcoin right now. I'm going to go on a weekly just for the sake of this video. All right, and we're going to just stay here for now. Right, and also I'm going to get a sip of drink. Right, let's have a read out the chats, and then I'll go through this awesome stuff. Right, Elrond, beware. Matt says, hit me up on Discord. I can give you some tips to get a few more people on your live stream. Awesome, Matt. Awesome, my brother. Thank you very much. That would be awesome. I've been doing my best. And community is growing, by the way. I mean, look, I'm transparent, so I can show you something, right? Community is growing, right? Which is really, really awesome. Let me show you this. Hold on. Let me go into this. Let me go to... Is it here? Oh, no, wrong place. Let me go here. Yeah, here. Let me show you guys. You can see this there. I've got no issues. Channel's been growing literally pretty much every day. We've been getting a brand new subscriber or something like this. So it's been really, really awesome. I mean, how it's been working, right? If you even look at the, where is it? There's a live, what is the live channel subscriber feed thingy? Analytics. Let me do it here. Analytics. Let's do this, right? Oh, yeah, here. I think it's here. Live video count, like, okay, so you can see this, right, how this channel has been constantly, right, growing pretty much every day. I mean, look at this, last 90 days, look, non-stop the channel's been growing. It's live, this is live, you can see this. I mean, from where we were, and it's been like every day we had one or two people joining the YouTube, subscribing. The other day I got scared when I saw the number of members. I was like, whoa, I didn't see all of this. Is wow, unimaginable. I didn't realize there was so many members there. I was shocked. I had no idea. I have no idea. I see Jeffrey here. He's a member. Look, he's got the logo next to him. He's got the Bitcoin logo next to him. He's a member, right? Honestly, so it's crazy. So, but just look at this. It's just been constant, and I think that's beautiful. I'd rather have this growing constantly, and I'd rather have genuine people come to the show. Of course, not everybody has time. Most of the mature people, they're out there working. Some people are working late nights, like Bubble. He usually comes to the show during the day, but I know he's working today. He's busy. He's not here. There's a lot of other people probably in bed. I know KR's not here because he never misses a show. He's not here. He's probably in bed. He wasn't well. Bubble's here. Look at that. Talk of the devil. Yeah, right. Bubble, how was work, bro? Awesome. So that's the thing. It's like, when you're seeing this gradual grow every day, 1 or 2 people, it's awesome. And actually, I don't display the numbers. I don't know if you guys notice, I do not display the numbers underneath the channel. I don't know why. I just don't display it. I just think, nah, leave it. Doesn't matter, because I don't need people to look at how many subscribers I have and judge me based on that. I don't know though, but maybe it works. Can you talk about parachain auction? Yes, Himi, of course. How you doing, my brother? You good? All right. Bubble's busy. Good. Bubble, you're busy because my restaurant is closed today. You know that. But don't worry about that. I'll be back tomorrow, and I want to make it more busy tomorrow. Yeah, no, I didn't open the restaurant. I just can't be bothered today. So it's one of those kind of situations. Right, let's talk about Parachain. We are going to talk about Parachain. Himi, wait for it, because let me just do this particular thing. I wanted to show you something. So let's check this. Give me a second. All right, what's going on? Let me read this again, because sorry, sometimes it just goes too fast. Jeffrey says everybody is down because of the market. Yeah, everybody's down because they're sad. So don't worry too much about that. Definitely going to hit Matt up. That's going to be awesome. Oh, Collective World is my username. Ah, damn, bro. Sorry, I thought Collective World is another Discord. Damn, awesome. I got you now. So you're on my Discord. Thank you very much for joining. Yes, I did. I think now I do remember I did see some. There's so many people joining, honestly. Sometimes I'm in bed and someone's joined and then everyone else has greeted them. I don't even see them. It's like, whoa. Awesome. Thank you very much for joining our group. And I hope you're informed, and I hope you find all the information that I'm giving to you guys helpful. That's what that's the only main thing. Jeffrey says, thanks for the information. Matt says, that's a nice chart. Absolutely. Thank you very much. I will talk about DOT. And Matt says, you got more than me. Way to go. What do you mean? Oh, okay. You mean the subscribers? Yeah, but I don't display it. I just keep it there, and I'm just keeping it real. And I tell people, I say, guys, I just want to help one person. Like today, I'm going to help. I think I've already helped Jeffrey answer his question. So I'm trying to answer your question, and I'm doing it on the chart to give you, show you the facts and everything. So of course, Himi just asked, he wants to know about dot parachains. I'll show dot parachains, not an issue. I'll show dot parachains. But just wanted to show you guys this particular thing, right? I was kind of picking up on it, right? So now that we're coming into this particular zone, right, and I was talking, this was related to Elrond, right? So I'm going to use this as my indicator, right? So understand where I'm coming from. I'm using this as my indicator. I'm looking at this, let me get rid of this. So I'm looking at this and I'm seeing how we had this bottom here, how we got this, we got another bottom here, and we're moving back up. Now, there is, and for us, like price-wise, we have broken the neckline. So just want to show you this to you understand what's going on. So you see this was a neckline here, approximately anyway. We broke the neckline. That is a power move. And this power move now has to basically go somewhere, right? So what we're looking at is, okay, we've come up here. We might come and bounce here. As long as we can hold this line and continue, and probably hold this line, continue, probably come here. Well, that's now giving us these lovely areas, lovely zones here for us to continue with the market. And every time we do this, we're allowing the market to recycle the weak hands. So let's not talk about recycling money, but we're taking the weak hands and we're allowing us to move forward, right? That's how we're going to move forward. And that means there's a massive explosive growth coming. It could be 100%, 200%. Some of these coins, you'll see they will explode like 1,000%, 2,000%, right? I'm not joking. Is it a good time to enter Elrond? Alliance asked, Albion, sorry, my bad. Albin says, is it a good time to enter Elrond? I think this is going to be a universal answer for everybody. Crypto market is very new. We're very young. We're only, coming up to about 11, 12 years old now. Since 2009 was the first time. And if you look at the oldest coin, of course, that's how old we are. But if you look at some of the young coins, like Elrond, it's a very young coin. It's a very, very young coin. It's like a year and a half, 2 years old. Has it got potential? Massive potential. But you got to ask yourself one question. What are you getting in for? If you're going to be in it for the technology or the vision or anything like this, you should go and develop. That's what I would say. So understand where I'm coming from. If you're in it for this cycle, then you need to have your target set as low as possible and say, okay, I might be able to make 10%, 20%, 30%. But if you want to make life-changing differences, you got to be in it for 5 years. I hope that makes sense. Anybody who's bought anything, doesn't matter when, which top of the market, doesn't matter if they bought it in 2017, doesn't matter if they bought it in 2015, doesn't matter if they bought it in 20 whenever, right? It doesn't matter. If you've bought it for 5 years intention, you've always made money. And I always tell people, I said, guys, always try and understand this in this particular way. You're buying, doesn't matter when you buy. If you're prepared to hold it for 5 years, you're always going to make more money than you put in. Yes, the market goes up, the market goes down. Yes, we have a bull market, a bear market. Yes, we have a red and a green candle. In my case, I have a red and a blue candle, right? I don't like the color green. I'm sorry, I just don't like the color green. I don't want to see a green candle. That's not where I make money. I make money on a red candle. So, but ultimately, that's not the point what I'm trying to make here. The point I'm trying to make here is market peaks out. So imagine you bought it at this peak. And I don't really like talking about the past because we're not there. But just for example, you picked it up here and the market dumped on you. Well, the next cycle, it came back and it gave you even more. If you bought it here and you held for 5 years, well, from 2013 to 2017 wasn't even 5 years. Well, you just made 20K. Out of something that you bought for 1,000, so you made a $19,000 profit return on investment. Not bad. And remember, you just bought at the peak. Of course, you happen to be one of those unfortunate person. In my opinion, you're fortunate because you were still early, but you happen to be one of those unfortunate person who picked it up on the top here, $20,000, and it dumped. You held. Who cares? It's your asset. Guess what? This cycle, you've come back and you hit $70,000. $70,000. It's not about diamond hands. Diamond hands is what I did. I told everybody what I did. That's diamond hands. You don't mess with diamond hands. This is me, diamond hands. This is me entering. Where is it? You want to see what diamond hand looks like? I'll tell you what a diamond hands look like. Here, this is me, somewhere around here. This is me, diamond hands, and I bought and I said I'm not selling until 2030. 2030. That's what you call a diamond hand. That's what you call a diamond hand. All right, I see Costin here. Awesome, my brother. All right, imagine someone picking up in 2015 and saying, I ain't fucking selling this until 2030. Fuck all of you. That's a diamond hand. 15 fucking years. I don't even know if I'm going to live for that long, but that's what I did. That's a diamond hand. You know, even now, some coins I'm buying, I'm like, fuck it. I'm going to sell this for the next 5 years. I don't want to even look at the number for the next 5 years. I don't even want it on my chart here. I don't even want it on my this thing. What do you call this? This area here. I don't even want it here. I actually have got coins I don't even have on here because I don't monitor them. That wasn't the purpose. I believe that these projects are going to be able to change things. Like, I'll give you a good example. I talked about Prism the other day. And I spoke about it with the founder of Prism. We had him on the show, by the way, guys. A few days ago, we had the founder of one of the founders of Prism on our show. And I said to him, I said, I bought Prism. I don't want to even know the price. I don't want to even know the price. He has talked about changing the tokenomics and probably even the token distribution and how many tokens they have. Great. If I get some more, I get some more. I'm still not going to look at the price. Why? I think the world is about to see something completely unique. You know, a blockchain of blockchains. That's something else. You know what I mean? Of course, many others have done very similar stuff. But blockchain of blockchain is pretty much the future. I think this can be done, and it's going to be more like a blockchain as a service, but not as a service like, oh, you can borrow the blockchain. Something to connect everything. Because too many people are trying to connect out. It's like, let's build a bridge. Let's build a bridge. How many bridges are you going to build, for God's sake? These guys come along and say, well, why do you need to build a bridge? Why can't we just communicate chain to chain? Talk to each other. That's what I want to see. This is reality. This is another level, right? This is the visions that we want to see. And that's why I'm supporting it. I said, I don't want to know what the price is for the next 5 years. The partnership we have for the DEX with Empire DEX. Again, I don't want to see what the price of your token is. I don't want to see what the price of your token is. I'm going to be buying some of the Paradex, our new token, which is coming out soon. Right? I'm going to be buying it publicly. I'll probably buy it on a live stream. I'm not going to see the price. That wallet's going to vanish. Why? Because I believe in it. Do you know what I mean? So I hope this kind of makes sense to you. If you're in it for a short term, my advice to you is make sure you know your exit price. So you enter today. It's always a good idea to buy. It doesn't matter when you buy, but if the market does collapse, and I hope this kind of answers your question, my brother Albin, if the market does collapse, remember, whatever you've bought, it's your digital asset. It's your digital asset. You know, people like talk about NFT. That's just one thing, and it's not really liquid. Your token is fungible, but it's also your digital asset. That's your digital property, and you can liquidate it whenever you want. But I always suggest to people, don't liquidate. Don't sell for a loss. It will always come back. I've seen coins come back from the grave. It's ridiculous, but that's how it is. They will come back, so don't panic too much, and always have the intention to hold for 5 years. Never invest your rent money, your food money, never. Even your holiday money, never. Always invest money you don't need. You don't need that money for another 5 years. That's what you invest. Okay? Your coffee money. I mean, your cigarette money if you smoke. Right? You want to quit smoking, put that tenner in there or whatever, right? That's how you do it. So make sure always to be cautious, be safe, and never ever invest more than you can afford to lose. But in crypto, when we use that word, don't invest more than you can afford to lose, actually it doesn't even apply to us, because we're not really losing anything. We just undervalued or devalued in whatever asset we have during a bear market, but it's still our asset. There's no guarantee your house price is going to stay the same. It could easily dump, but you still have the house. Your car, you bought a brand new Ferrari, you paid 300k for it, happy days of 500k for it. Tomorrow it's worth like 150k. So what? It's still your asset. However, give it another 10 years, it's a bloody antique. Now it's worth more than what you paid for it. That's what I'm trying to say. They always come back, but at least you've got your asset. Right, let's read some of the chat. I hope this kind of makes sense to you, yeah? Market itself is going to go up, so don't worry about that. Diamond has, I see you, I do not imagine. Huh? What does that mean? You see me, you don't imagine? How much you have invested? Custard boot, this is one subject we do not discuss. I'm not going to be one of those YouTubers who's going to come and show you $1 million or $2 million of his account, talk about how he's made 5k into $5 billion or whatever. And I've seen a few of them come up, and I'm thinking, seriously, guys? Seriously? You really want to do that? Because the fact is, he knows, I know, they know, we all know. The moment you disclose how much you have, your life's in danger. you risk being hijacked. So I've always said to people here, I said, guys, you don't know who bad actors are. You don't know who's watching you. You don't know who's going to be hunting you, who's going to be chasing you, who's going to be fucking stalking you. Never ever disclose how much you own. You might have $100 in your wallet, by all means. I might think you have 100 billion in there, by all means. But when somebody asks you how much you have, nothing. Just dabble in it. Just say, oh, I'll just play around with it. That's what I do. I'm just passionate. I just do it for a hobby. Never ever ask and never ever tell. It's for your own safety. Never. Jeffrey says, Montoya says, Prism. Yes, my brother. Prism. They're not listed yet, but they are going to be listing soon. I mean, yesterday, the entire market dumps. Let me just look at this. Let me refresh this. The entire freaking market dumps here. And this is what Prism does. I'm not even joking. This is what Prism does. I mean, just look at this. It's just like stupidly ridiculous. Look at this. Entire freaking market dumps. And Prism does nothing. Look, nothing. It was bloody holding strong. Can you see? It was holding strong. It's insane. It's insane. I'm telling you. But that's good though. I mean, I entered around here, so I'm really happy. I entered Prism here. So I managed to get up there. And also you can see how this trend has started to reverse. And I mentioned this to you the other day as well. I said, guys, this looks so much similar to what you call this, how the Shiba Inu charts looked to us. Remember, of course, they're a new token, and the tokenomics are slightly not done as other tokens are. They kept very small amount of token. I think 10,000 tokens or something like this. I can't remember. So when you look at the tokenomics, it's a very small amount, but they've managed to go to like, I think mil or a couple of mil. I don't know. Let me just double check. Hold on. How much did they go to? Let me just double check again. Give me 1 second. Yeah, that's them. Yeah, so you can see there's not many holders, 242 holders. Yeah, so their current market cap is $1.1 million. So as a new project, self-funded with 242 holders, not even on an exchange yet, not doing bad. They're $1 million. That's $1 million. So I hope this kind of makes sense. No, BSC doesn't have a Prism. Was launched on Ethereum, my brother. So if you are seeing one on BSC, that would probably be a scam. Prism was originally launched on BNB. They do have a BNB pair, but it's known as something else. I think it's BNB Prism X or something like this, and it's not available openly. It's only available on a DEX, and I'm not allowed to show this. I do have the DEX page open. Let me see if I can show it in another way, because the pair I have opened is actually their new UI. So I don't really want. I'm not supposed to. So I've got the new UI for the Prism, and I've got the new UI for the what do you call this? For the Empire Dex. Actually, you know, sod it. Let me bring Discord over and let me just do it myself. Because why not? I speak to the man himself. I might as well just show it. You know, when I'm speaking to the man himself, why don't I just show it? Let's do this. Let's do this. All right. So this is the new Prism. I'm sure you won't mind. Let me show you Prism. This is the new Prism that's coming. Okay, this is the new Prism website, explaining everything. And you see, if you touch this, it will show you where Prism is available. So currently, Prism is on Empire Dex. You got this is 2 different Empire Dex, quick swap on Polygon, Empire Dex, and this and that, right? So they do have one. So they have bridged it in a few places. So they do have a thing, BSC pair. But if you go to the BSC pair, you should be where is it? Let me connect the wallet. Give me a second, guys. Shut up. I don't need all of that to go in. Seriously. You seriously? Let's try this. Wrong. Don't tell me I forgot it. Hope I didn't forget it. No, that one worked. It says wrong network because obviously it's the wrong network because I'm not connected to BSC. Let me change the network because I was on thing the other day. What's it called? Hiko Finance Manager. Let's do it on this. So I was on another chain earlier on doing something else. In fact, I actually bought the, what do you call this? I bought our domain there. So this is Prism. You see, look, B Prism. So the Prism you're seeing on the thing is a fake Prism. This is the real Prism. Because what it is they've added a letter because they have a native one for that. So that way it allows you to be interoperable, if that makes sense. So one Prism is always worth one Prism. It won't change. And that's how they're doing it basically. So remember, this is the original Prism. This is the original contract. You can look, you can verify it from here. It's the original Prism. You can see this is the original code. So here, this is the original Prism. Remember this, they do not have one on BSC. So I hope you kind of understand this, brothers. Right, let's have a look. So many chat. Bro, you're too inspirational, genuinely. My brother, thank you very much. I appreciate the feedback you're giving me. Thank you very much. But listen, I'm just trying to do my own thing. I'm just trying to be honest. What I see is what I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to just talk about something off the top of my head. And if I did, I'll say it's my opinion or it's a conspiracy theory that I have. So I'll specify what I'm indicating or what I think. You know, it could be my own conspiracy. You know, I know aliens exist, right? You know, I know they're in a parallel dimension. I'm joking. But the point is, if I am going to say something like this, I'll say, look, it's a conspiracy, or that's my little theory, or that's my little thesis. I'll mention I, me, and my, right? But when there's something on the actual, you know, like tokens, networks, and this and that, I'll tell you what I see. You know, I'll tell you how many, like, for example, we can see exactly how many tokens there are. There's not really many tokens here. I think this one has what, max supply of 39,000. 39,000, right? So when you see all of this, you can see where the tokens are, the contracts, you know, how these, all of these, like, so majority of them, by the way, are contracts. As you can see, they're contracts, right? So when I'm looking at all of this stuff, just makes sense to me. Like, okay, I can see where this network wants to go, right? And you can see how fortunate I've been. For example, this is their current website. This is their current website. That's all you're seeing, right? But what I'm seeing is the new up and coming. So you got to first sight at this, right? And when we're looking at all of this, by the way, well, it gets better. Check this out. Paradex is also connected now. Paradex. So when Prism does something, Paradex benefits. That's a little wink for you. Okay, so I hope you understand. When Prism does something with all of these, well, guess what? Paradex also benefits. Okay, so Paradex is going to be super powerful. I'm telling you this now. Okay, it's going to be super powerful. So hope all of this kind of makes sense. Let's go back to our charts and carry on. Right, okay, let me get rid of this. Actually, I don't need this anymore. I hope this kind of explains to you guys what we saw here. You know, what I was trying to demonstrate here. I hope this all made sense, because look, end of the day, you know, the market has its cycle, market does its certain things, but remember, you know, up, down, all of this stuff, right? There's a lot more going on that you just have to kind of take into pieces and say, okay, what's the market doing? We have a 1.2 sorry, hold on, 1.2, we've got a $2.81 trillion market cap, right? $2.8 trillion market cap. You know, when you look at this shit here, you got $73 billion. You just got to worry. Like, these are all the USD pairs, by the way. These are the USD pairs. I mean, just look at them. That's like a $110-15 billion sitting here. It's like almost rank number 3 if you combine all 3 of them together. And you got to understand yourself, what's really going on here? You know, but we have risks. We got to take those risks, but more importantly, as I said, we got to hold on to those. That's, you know, if anything happens, we've got to be able to stick around for 5 years, because if we can't, then we'll get wrecked. But anyone who's got compassion, who's got conviction, who's, you know, willing to hold and believes in something, or believes that project's going to do something, like I did with Cardano. I said, I believe this project's going to do something. I held my Cardano, and today I don't even have to top up the amount I got. You know, I just held on to it. I begged people. I said, go and put $100 in, go and put £100 in, £500 in. If they put £500 in when I told them today, they would have made £50,000 at least. Do you know what I mean? So what can I say, right? That's that. A Polkadot, I've been shouting and screaming since it was $1. I said, look guys, you got to buy this, you got to buy this, you got to buy this. Also talking about dot, let me give you some dot as well, bro. I know him and you asked me for some dot. But dot, look, you know, I've been waiting since it was a bloody dollar. I've been waiting for this since it was $1. Can you imagine this? For this thing to basically have its parachains. For this thing to have its parachains. And it's finally come around. Finally come around. Of course, all of this doesn't matter. I'm not even bothered about looking at this, right? Because end of the day, this is on another level. So hear me, if you have Binance Exchange, or I think KuCoin Exchange, and a few other exchanges, top exchanges, especially like the top 5-6, they're all doing some sort of a parachain auction. Like, you know, you can participate without actually losing, how would I say this, hold of your dot. So what they're doing, for example, I'll give you a good example with Binance. You can participate 100% on Binance. But of course, if you participate natively, your coins are not accessible. So during the 45-day auction, of course, none of them are accessible. So all of these projects here, I've pretty much put in 5-6 of them. I haven't gone into all of them. On Binance, I'm talking about. And then the rest of them, as you can see, look, they're not even doing anything. Actually, Affinity, I did put quite a bit, but for some reason, it's not showing up. I did put quite a bit on Affinity. But the point is, look, I've put it in majority of them, if not all of them, but there's 3 projects that I put the most amount of money: Moonbeam, Akala, and Affinity. I did put a lot on those. They're just my coins. I just, you know, you pick your coins, right? So those are the ones I picked. Moonbeam, I'm super solid in this. In fact, our Paradex will be connecting to Moonbeam as well at some stage. So super bullish on this one. But for the 45 days that the auction goes on, you cannot have any access. You can vote on all of them. It's not an issue. If they don't win the vote 45 days later, you do get your dot back. Happy days. However, what Binance did, Binance says, okay, some of these tokens will be like, if you do Moonbeam, it's going to be locked for 2 years. So you're not going to get anything. So they're giving you a B dot token, which is like a backup dot token, right? Which means if you kind of shit your pants and you want to exit, well, fine, you can still exit. No one's stopping you from exiting. Of course, that means you exited, so you can't come back and claim your old tokens. But if you hold the B dot tokens, then in the future, when your tokens are released, you can swap one B dot for your original dot, do whatever you want with it. Hope that kind of makes sense. That's all it is. It's just their way of saying, look guys, we're making it easy for you, so you can still participate, but you don't really lose anything until you sell your B dot. So you sell your B dot, you just lost the B dot, right? Full stop. So that's what's going on. But so far, look, you can see the battle. You can see the battle, right? And I want to tell you something. I don't know if you can see these numbers, right? So when you look at these side numbers, and by the way, for you to go and see, remember dot market cap. Go to dot market cap to see this parachain auctions, right? You can tap option and you can see all the options here. And when you do this, look, go to Polkadot, not Kasuma, Polkadot. Remember, most of these are originally from Kasuma as well, because they did all of their beta testing over there, or whatever you want to call it, development over there, and they've come to Polkadot now. So what's going to happen is, and let me just up this, so you can see these numbers here. That's how much they want to raise. Okay, that's exactly how much they want to raise. So they need to reach those goals in order to win, because that's something that when they go to the auction, they have to set a price they're trying to raise. And you can see 100M here, you can see 50M here. So when you do the comparison to how much they have raised and how much they have raised, Akala seems to be winning. So that's why I bet it on 3 horses rather than 2 or 1 or whatever. You know, I know I've got my most favorite, but listen, I don't have the capacity to pump all of this, because the amount of dot you need, I don't have $100 million worth of dot. If I did, then I would have voted on this in one shot, won the whole bloody auction, right? But I don't have it. You know what I mean? They're not even worth 100 mil. Well, yeah, probably they are. But the point is, look, 100 million dot has to come into this. And I've talked about how beneficial it is for the platform as well, because, or not for the platform, for the network, because when DOT gets locked in to one of these projects for 2 years, well, hooray. Now that means that DOT is not available anymore. That creates a supply squeeze, and when it creates a nice little supply squeeze, boom, the market starts shooting up. So let's see. So Polkadot crowd loan chart, you can see $2.3 billion. $2.3 billion have been locked. Contribution 123,000 DOT so far. So let's see where that goes. TVL in DOT. Yeah, sorry, the total value locked in DOT. Sorry, that's 49,000 DOT. My bad, guys. So that's how many people, 123,000 people have contributed. So I don't have my glasses on me, I can't see. But TVO in DOT, 49,000. 49 million DOT have been locked. 49 million, my guys. 49. Damn. Lovely numbers. But I hope all of that kind of makes sense, right? So DOT looking super awesome, even though it did break the trend yesterday, and I talked about this, how it broke the trend, but it recovered exactly from here. It came back again. Now it's got to get above this, so I'm not going to change this trend line. I'm just going to leave it, let it do its thing. We need to get back above this zone and then continue. So, but there's nothing bearish about this. It just suffered a little bit, that's all it is. I'll be very patient with it. I wouldn't really say much here. I see a lot of messages deleted. I have no idea why. Don't Prism. Okay, no problem. I respect your boundary. No, bro, it's not my boundary. It's your boundary too. Remember, custard boot. Do not expose what you have, bro. Trust me, it's dangerous. I'm telling you. There's a lot of bad news out there, bro, and there's a lot of bad actors. And you know what? Who your worst actors are the people you know. I'm telling you. Anybody who you know could end up being the worst, you know, so you've got to be really careful who you trust with your numbers. I mean, there's a handful of, like, for example, we got Bubble here. I don't know how many people Bubble shown his balance to. I saw Bubble showed me his balance once, and I said, Bubble, don't, never ever. You should be glad you showed it to me, but never show it to anybody else, never. So he understood that, and Bubble can vouch for this, because I did say that to him face to face. I said, bro, never ever show anybody. I don't want to know, and you shouldn't be telling anybody. If anybody asks you, just say, yeah, I'm just having a bit of fun. That's it. Be humble. Nobody needs to know how much you got, bro. Yeah, unless you got like 4 bodyguards around you with, like, you know, heavy guns and this and that, just to protect you. Yeah, fair play. Go and show them how much balance you got. But if you don't, then ooh, yeah, you don't want to do this, because a lot of people are getting very rich. Trust me, very rich from crypto, and you know. A lot of people just don't know what to do, and you know, I know they understand. They want to show it to people. Guys, don't. What you do for a living? Nothing. I'm a YouTuber. That's it. What you do for a living? Nothing. I would just work in a restaurant. How much crypto do I have? Nothing. I just dabble in it. I just play around with it. I just do some charts. That's what I do. I don't have any. Yes, you told me. Awesome. And I told you, bro, this is the fact. It's like, never ever expose what you got, and never ask. It's actually a rule I have on this channel. I will talk about any cryptocurrency as long as it's on the coin market cap or CoinGecko, and never ever ask for my balance. Other than that, ask me anything. I'll answer it. That's not an issue. You know, if I can, obviously within the limit of my knowledge. You know, doesn't matter what it is, alien, this, that, whatever, you know, mummies, yeah, and more aliens, ghosts, spirits, you know, Ouija boards, whatever. But yeah, that's not. Now let's get into the market, guys. We've had a lot of fun. Let's stay in the market, see what's going on. So how's the market reacting today? Not bad. Trying to come back, absolutely fine, no issues at all. Nice little recovery. Of course, it hasn't taken over yet, so nothing's changed yet. It's only been a day, guys. Remember, the dump was almost about 300 or 400 billion dollars. So let's wait. Actually, no, it was more than that. I think it was it was 700 billion, for God's sake. It was 700 billion dollars yesterday. That's what it was. Yesterday was a 700 million dollars. So 700 million, but I know it was about 400 or 500 billion that got wiped out of the total market cap. So yeah, That was a large quantity. Actually, we can check this. Why am I even saying it? Why don't I just count this, how far we went down? There, 344 billion. We went down 344 billion. And our recovery has been from here since yesterday, obviously, since the recovery started. And we did manage to go all the way up to here, as you can see, which was a 231 billion. Currently holding at 173 billion. It's okay, guys. It's okay. Let me give you a small little fact. Once upon a time, the entire market cap was less than 200 billion. And now we're doing that in a single day. That's the kind of numbers you want to see. That's crypto. That's crypto. Yeah, nothing to worry about. Looking a bit bearish. But actually, let me see the... hold on. Let me see the RSI. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, market sentiment a little bit down. Okay, you can see how this blue's forming down. So this is showing that the trader volume, the trader sentiment, the buy orders have started to come down. Also, if you look closely at the RSI, you can see slight little bit dip. Of course, it's just trying to hold it there because the sentiment, people are kind of shook up a little bit, right? That's all it is, nothing more. Also, let me double check the chat. I have no idea what's going on in the chat. Guys, if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, join our Discord, smash those like buttons, share with one another. I think I just said everything in one sentence without actually putting a break in there. But guys, do that. It helps the channel. Obviously, that's what we need to do. You know, grow this community and become one of the most powerful communities. Well, profitable at least, or life-changing, definitely. That's for sure. Because it's all about being in the crypto. The sky is your limit. How high can you go? Trust me, the sky is your limit. The moon's your limit. Wherever you can go, that's the limit. There is no bottom, especially on the ones that have fixed supply. But the ones, you know, when you talk about the market, you've got to always remember that there's no, you know, nothing goes up straight. So it might come up and down a little bit, and you have to be prepared to hold. You know, prepared to hold. That's the key. We talked about ETH, right? No, we didn't, right? We just watched it and left. Holding trend, again, trying to recover. Pretty much same as what BTC is doing. I wouldn't bother too much about it. The best bounces I've seen was some of these ones because they dumped quite a bit and the bounces were quite good. Again, similar to Ethereum, similar to BTC. Yeah, pretty much all of them. All of them. Yeah, Solana not doing that well. It took another bit of a dump here. But saying that, looking at the bottom here, I'm seeing it's getting ready for another leg up. That should be pretty awesome to see. But compared to yesterday, we recovered. So everyone who opened trades, just make sure to move. I know some people opened your trades yesterday, leverage trading and this and that. So I'm just telling, this one's for the leverage traders. Guys, yesterday, you've gone ahead just after the video and you opened some leverage trades. You probably did 2x leverage, 3x leverage, 5x leverage, whatever. You've made your money. I'm not saying pull out. What I'm trying to say is move your stop loss to the profit. So when it does dump any further, at least you're coming out with profit. Do that. Trust me. You'll thank me later. That's that. Cardano. Yeah, doing okay. I told you yesterday. Super bullish. No issues at all. Let's see what it does. Again, following the market, guys. Following the market. SHIB. Told you. It's going to take a few days. And look at it. It's just following that trend. Absolutely following that trend. But one thing I do notice here right now, I just saw this now. Ooh. So there was an attempt to pump up. So it's there. This is a zone. This is, you know, when I say there's areas where you can go and you can buy. It's not the most perfect, but it's a great zone to buy. The perfect would be if this RSI also came below this line here. My God, that would be an awesome buy zone. It's been an insane buy. Bubble, next week I will tell you face to face. Then I will be the number 2. Awesome. Awesome. You boys meeting up, yeah? Awesome, awesome, awesome. E-gold. Yeah, I mean, after a pullback, awesome. It's definitely going to where we want it to go, that's for sure. But look, again, looking at the RSI, guys, remember, always keep calm, take 2 steps back, zoom out, see what's going on. And what do we see here? We see that the stochastic RSI is kind of heated up, right? We see the RSI pointing up, right? So what do we know is going to happen here? Well, we can see that the trading momentum is up. RSI is coming to the top. So there's a good chance this will pump even more. And it's going to be a big pump, going to be a fast pump. But because it's so high, that means it's also going to have a fast moving pullback. So be prepared for the pullback. But other than that, should be okay. Yeah, KCS recovers. No worries. It's recovering. Not bothered about that. Bit down, holding tight. Holding tight. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. This is awesome. It's just basically going to my targets. And I'm loving it because I picked up some more yesterday. That's been quite good. Just trying to see if there's anything else, any little gem, because most of the coins that I own, guys, you know, it dumped. Of course, I didn't replace everything, but there was some of them I picked up the dip, and I'm happy about it. I picked up the dip. You know, whatever losses I made in some of the coins from the price dump, I could recover it elsewhere. But I want to say one thing to you guys. I've seen people panic. Honestly, it just makes me laugh. I've seen people panic when BTC went from 70 to 62. And I'm just laughing. I'm like, wow. Wow. Guys, what about those days when we went from 10k to 5k? That was like 50%. When we went from, you know, what was it, 30k to bloody God knows where. You know, we've had massive dumps. 30, 40, 50%. Nobody panicked. People were excited. Let's buy the dip. And yesterday we went from 70 or close to 69,000 it was, to 62, and then a lovely little rebound. And everyone's panicking. I'm just laughing myself. I'm like, whoa, come on guys. This is an opportunity. So when I'm saying the money I lost from, actually I didn't lose anything. You know, 5 weeks ago BTC was nowhere near 70. So if I'm just calculating my 5 weeks, I've done all right. Because what people don't realize is where these coins were 5 weeks ago. You know, where every one of these coins were 5-6 weeks ago. I mean, look at this, 1 2 3 4 5. Look, we were here 5 weeks ago. We were here. What did we do in 5 weeks? We did this, guys. We went to 69, 70, whatever. Look at this. Right? We did 27%, 30%. So after doing a 30%, we had a bloody 10% dump and people started panicking. Come on, guys. Oh, man. I mean, look at this one. We had a bloody 55% dump and people were buying the dips here. This one, come on. Guys, chill out. This is going to be the new norm. You know, Bitcoin, when it gets to 100, 200, 300, 400 in the future, trust me, the dumps are going to be severe. Because what does it take to dump BTC? 1 BTC. Think about it. If 1 BTC is 40k and someone decides to dump that shit, boom, the whole market dumps. You know what I mean? So you got to really understand the market for what it is, and it's going to be harsh on you. Trust me. So people holding BTC, be cautious, because those big dumps are going to scare the shit out of you. I'm telling you, it's going to scare the shit out of you. I know some people are still holding Matic. Look, if you're asking me again, then now you know the answer. Matic is in a great zone to pick up, full stop, right? No financial advice, but look at the bounce, exactly where it come and bounce, right? It's ready, it's ripe. And again, it's going to follow the market. So we'll see where that goes. Link holding strong, absolutely holding strong. Look how it's following the trend. Beautiful. No comments here. Let it do its thing. VeChain also holding pretty strong. Of course, it changed its trend a little bit. So let's adjust this. I think probably I changed the trend. But anyway, it's holding trend. Actually, no, it's holding trend. Awesome. Are you Polkadot to 2030? No. So on BTC 2030, some of the Ethereum 2030, the Polkadot, Solana, Cardano, Avalanche, 2025, 2026, maybe 2027. Basically next cycle. So I think that's the best way to say it, next cycle. Whereas in BTC, I'm going to do another 2 cycles. So I've got plans 2 more cycles, and I'll probably exit on the 3rd. Ethereum, 2 more cycles, probably exit on the 3rd. But the rest of them, next cycle, I will definitely be getting rid of majority of my altcoins, because I feel the market's going to be stabilizing. right? And there's going to be plenty of new opportunities and new innovation and new technology. And for me, I've come to the situation where it's not about the funds, the money, or anything like that anymore. It's all about creating value, you know. So if I find something that's going to create value, I'm going to obviously jump into that. I'm going to ape into that. And I've been working on a few things. Half the community here who actually know me from before I came to YouTube, and some of those guys are here, others are not. In fact, there's my nephews here. So I've been talking about certain things I want to do, like investment funds and all sorts of other stuff, right? And there's so many different crazy stuff I want to do. And that's where I want to go. I want to be able to create a fund at some stage, help people out, and people can enter it, like, how Grayscale does it, similar like this. I want to do a fund where people can actually invest into the fund. So my plans and my ambitions are very big. It's a matter of me getting there at some stage. Just wish me luck. I think when I do, it'll be quite nice because it's something different. It's something different. Because you've got YouTubers who come on to entertain you, and they end up entertaining themselves. They start getting this big buzz, right? And they do it over and over again, rinse and repeat. All these hype and this and that and everything. They enjoy that. They enjoy the attention they get. I'm okay. I don't mind. I don't mind putting my face on a camera. But you won't find that I don't have it in me. I've always mentioned this. I've been very transparent. I cannot entertain you. I don't know how to, because in my mind, you've put your real money down. You've put your real money, your hard-earned money down. How is that entertainment? It's not. So I'm very serious about that. So for me, whatever I say to people straight up. You're in it. You're in it for the money. Make the money. Get the fuck out. Full stop. Right? And go and do something with your life. So, for me, to try and innovate certain things, to do brand new stuff, of course, I'm taking steps. Create a cryptocurrency, create a decentralized exchange, well, in collaboration with somebody else, work with different projects, create networking. Once I got all the network and everything ready, keep on building on that to the point where we might do some sort of like a coin ventures or something like this, where we go out and buy a whole bunch of coins and eventually put that into a fund and grow the fund a little bit more, something different. You know what I mean? I think a lot of great projects suffer from lack of funding, and me alone, I don't think I have the capacity to fund everybody. But I think if we can create a pool of like an investment fund or something, obviously everything legit with the regulations and paperwork, it should be quite awesome to have this specific fund just to go and invest into these brand new projects which are bringing value and which have the potential to take over something else. Because remember, Polkadot, we know about it for many years, and we've been waiting for many years. And then recently Solana came out and literally took over. So again, understand this whole theory. There's always going to be a brand new technology taking over something old. It doesn't mean the old one's going to go, but something else is going to run faster, bigger, and so that's what you need to look at. What runs faster? And as a good example, I'll give you this here. For example, this year alone, year to date, BTC's done 121% year to date. That's what I'm going by. Ethereum's done 500%. Great. BNB's done 1500. So if you look at carefully, who's performed better? BTC? No. Yeah, it's gone to whatever price. It hasn't really performed that well. You know what I mean? If you look at these numbers. But then look at this. Solana's performed 12,000%. So compared to all of them, Solana's done one of the best percentages. Does that make sense to you? So these are what you look at. It's like, okay, who's the best performer and who's going to be performing? We know Solana's not going to do it next round. So what do you do? It's an old horse. Fine. Take care of it. Give it some medicine. Go and find another horse. That's what you do. That's the wisest thing to do. Don't marry your coin. All right. Guys, if you have any other coins you want me to talk about, drop them in the chat. If not, we'll start packing our bags a little bit, right? a big pump sell. You can do that. You can play your pump and dumps. That's not a problem. That's what I said to you earlier on, Alan. This is what I said earlier on, bro. If you got to decide what you're in it for. We can't tell you what to do. There are coins we make decisions to stay in for the rest of our lives. There are coins we say we're going to be in it for 10 years. Coins we're going to say we're going to be in it for 15 years. Coins we're going to be for 5 years. But that's our conviction on the project for what they're doing. And I didn't give you a name of 50 different coins. There's only a handful of coins that I believed in. So I had conviction, and I just sat there and I said, I'm prepared to sit there for 5 years. That's all I want to do. I just want to sit there for 5 years. And I always say, if it makes me, it makes me. If it breaks me, it breaks me. But I'm not going to sell for a loss, right? I'm never going to sell for a loss. I'm going to stay there until it recovers and comes back. But if it doesn't ever recover and it gets completely wiped out to zero, it's also okay. It's also okay, because I'm investing money that I can afford to lose, right? Or money that I don't need right now. And I don't go crazy. I'm not one of those that goes crazy, ape shit crazy. No. I mean, for me, if I was to invest into a project fresh, I usually go anything between $1,000 to $5,000. That's usually my max range, max range on a fresh project. Of course, if the project's older, maturer, much more better, and comes up with some massive announcements, of course I'll up that. I'll do 10x that. That's not an issue. But the point is I've got to really understand what the project is bringing. Is there's any value or anything like this? And if you want to just play that little short term, then be more conservative. If you think it's going to pump to $700, exit at 5. Because you never know when it's going to go. Last night or yesterday, whatever you want to say, everybody thought at $69,000, this is it. We're going to 70k. They opened long trades. And what happened? A pullback. They got wiped out. They got their asses handed to them. That's what happens. You don't know. When you're giving it to that, you're playing into the hand. You're literally giving everybody the signal to say, guys, it's time to pull out, because one hand has to lose for another hand to win, unless fresh money is pumping into the market. And of course, fresh money is pumping in, but there are plenty of people out there who know exactly how to take your money off you. And this is why the other day on Twitter as well, everywhere I said, guys, do not trade. Now that it's moving back up towards the 70k, just don't trade. If people want to short it, let them short it, but don't open the trade. But then again, it's a regular thing. It's just so crazy. Let me show you long versus short. I actually have it here. Look, long versus short. Look at this. 32,000 longs still open. 32 freaking thousand longs still open, and this is just one exchange. 747 shorts open. This is just one exchange. This is the what's it called? Bitfinex. This is Bitfinex. When you look at that, you think to yourself, are these people insane? You know what I mean? But it's okay. They opened it here, which is okay, so they're going to win. But then yesterday, right? Let me show you this, right? This is how hilarious it is, right? Okay, so you're looking at one day, right? This one here. We're pumping. People literally open the trade here. You're asking to get wrecked. You don't open on the top. What's wrong with you? You don't open anything. I mean, if people opened it here, great. And look, every liquidations we've had, the liquidations have caused more damage to this market than anything else. The leverage traders, the greed and the over leverage has caused more situational problem to this market than anything else. We had like what, $11 billion once, $1 billion, $700 million. It's just getting stupid. They need to understand that, guys, to open it now and forget. Don't open it at the top. Every time you're going to do a peak, you're going to get wiped out. And then we have this cascading effect where everybody gets wiped out. Every single person gets wiped out, right? This was yesterday. Look, they literally opened it on this candle. When you do that, you're asking to get wrecked. So, yeah, that's what's happening. Anyway, let me just check chat. Custard Boot. Hey, what's a wrapped Bitcoin versus not normal Bitcoin? Yes. Wrapped is a way of moving Bitcoin between chains. So say for example, Bitcoin, we do know Bitcoin has its own blockchain, and then Ethereum, say for example, has its own blockchain. Ethereum is not compatible with the Bitcoin blockchain, and many other chains, they're also not compatible with each other. So how do you take one asset to another? So normally what happens, we have these contracts which are wrap contracts, and there's actually a few people out there, there's a pioneer who designed this, and he says, well, why can't we just wrap it? So they act like an escrow service, like a bank. So you put your Bitcoin and you say, I want to move my Bitcoin to Ethereum or some other chain, whatever you want to do. You put your Bitcoin into the escrow. They hold onto that Bitcoin and drop you 1-to-1 ratio of another Bitcoin. So then you end up having a wrapped Bitcoin. Now you have a wrapped Bitcoin, you can go to Ethereum and do everything with it. You can make smart contracts on it or use it for smart contracts, participate in stuff, yield farm with it, stake with it, do everything. And that's one of the reasons why I'm sure you've noticed in some cryptocurrency exchanges, or majority of them now, you can stake Bitcoin. Well, Bitcoin doesn't give you staking. It's not a proof of stake. It's a proof of work. So what? They're giving you free Bitcoin while there's miners out there spending millions of dollars mining this? Think about it. Where do you think the staking reward comes from? The Bitcoin staking. Bitcoin doesn't give it to you. It's coming because it's you can use it to stake on other protocols. And that's where the wrapped Bitcoin, or many wrapped versions of it come handy. So you can go onto that chain natively, buy something with it, do whatever, stake the damn thing, make some rewards. Now everyone's got money. So hope that makes sense. BTC is not a staking reward. Remember this. It's not a proof of stake. It's a proof of work concept. Okay? It does not give you anything for free unless you do the work for it. And there are miners globally spending millions and millions of dollars, if not billions per year, trying to mine this damn thing. There's nothing for free. Okay, it's the biggest monetary system. So every time you see a free little dust arrive to your account, remember, it's not Bitcoin, it's the wrapped Bitcoin. So my friend Custard Boot, I hope this answered your question. I just did it in detail. I could have just said to you, yes, but I thought it would make sense if I explained it properly for you. So wrapped Bitcoin is like a sister version on another chain that's able to do everything you can do on that other chain, except what you can't do on Bitcoin. Because remember, on Bitcoin, you can't do anything. Bitcoin does not have smart contract, does not have staking, does not do anything. If you're not plugged into the mining pools, you can't mine anything. Because if you don't have the stronger hash power, you won't get it. So a lot of people, what they do, they collab and they make these pools, massive pools, and they all mine it together, and then they split the reward amongst themselves. So yeah, there's no such thing as a free Bitcoin. No such thing as a free Bitcoin. Awesome Custard, awesome. So yeah, guys, is there anything else you want me to talk about? If not, then I think yeah, we've had a good day. Let's just double check the fear and greed. Remember how we jumped. We were at 75 and we jumped with 84 a few days ago, and I think now we're at 75. Let me just double check this anyway. 77. Okay, still getting greedy again. You see what I mean? It's just getting greedy again. It's fine. I mean, yeah, but I wouldn't. I'll be cautious. And as I said, move your stop losses. If you're leverage trading right now, look, the entire market's green apart from AR, which means it's a great time to go and buy some AR. But entire market's moving. I mean, look at some of these pumps. Hex, Mina, for God's sake, Mina pumped 20% today. Damn. Mana, 14%, right? So, I mean, these would have been in the dump yesterday. They would have been down 10-15%. So if you add that, whatever they were dumping by, whatever they pump now, whew, nice little bit of change there. So Yeah, awesome, awesome, awesome. I'm not going to complain about any of this. I think these are just buying opportunities. Who's this? I don't have no idea. But they're doing really, really cool. As I said, market's coming. But what you do, if you're doing leverage, move your stop loss up. Don't be too freaking greedy, because if you are, you're going to lose all of it. Every profit you made right now, you're going to lose all of it. So that's going to be the dumbest trade you ever did, right? You open a trade at the red, you climbed it up, you made massive percentage, you made 20, 30, 40%, right? Move your freaking stop loss and keep that money. Market looking okay. Ethereum coming back into the market. I want to figure out why, but I'm going to investigate this a little bit later and see what happens. But yeah, let's see what happens now. Let's refresh this damn thing, see what's going on. Like, share, subscribe, guys. Like, share, subscribe. Share with one another if you find value. Grow this damn community. I'm joking. Yeah, a little bit of BTC come back in again. As you can see, come back in again. But again, not bothered, not fussed. I wouldn't bother too much about all of this stuff. USDT looking red. That's what we like. We like bloody USDT. We like bloody USDT. So everything else is green. Let's have a look at the top 200 today. Boom. Market's looking super solid. Super solid, super solid. Luna's doing okay. Nice. Even Dash pumped 7% today. Happy days. That's been sitting around for some time, doing nothing. That woke up a little bit. Oh, here, look. I just noticed this one. Dusk. I received some for free once. I think it was on a Binance launch pool or something like this. I can't remember, but it was on Binance. They gave me a whole bunch of Dusk. And I dumped it. It was nothing. It was dust. Literally, Dusk was like dust. So, you know, when on Binance they say convert the small amount shrapnels. I forgot. I have hundreds of thousands of them, and I just pressed the thing. I said, you know, change it. What is it worth now? Is it worth anything right now? Wow. So that's something I missed. I remember that it was dust. Literally, it was worth nothing when I received a whole bunch of them. But damn, this thing's gone to 163 million. Now I regret not holding it. But that's because I never believed in it. It was on Binance. They gave me a whole bunch of them. And I just looked at it. I was like, that's shit. Why have I got this crazy crap in there that's showing me zero balance? And I've got 1,000 of them showing me like nothing. What the fuck am I even holding it? Get rid of this bastard. That's what I did. So, see, now I regret it. Now I regret it. I mean, that would have been a good $2,000-3,000 there. Oh my days. That would have been a good 2-3 months worth of cigarettes. Damn, I would have smoked that shit better. Anyway, what can you do? Shit happens. No worries. But wow. Yeah. Market seems okay. Comeback recovered to the... We're still moving. 2.86 now. Super, super, super awesome. Hey, everybody's doing awesome. Yeah, guys. There's not really much happening. Market's just doing its little thing, just playing around. It's about to hit 2.82 here, and this is a lot more better because I just like the market caps here, what they're doing. Yeah, everyone seems to be making a bit of a mood. Interesting. Yeah, everybody seems to be making. I mean, look at this section here. It's just almost everything is green. Wow. Crow. Who bought Crow yesterday? I hope you bought the Crow dip yesterday. If you bought the Crow dip yesterday, that's what you would have done. When we talked about the Crow dip, right? I think let's just say randomly, just say from here, if you bought the Crow dip, you'd have done a nice little 6% here. Happy days. Woo, look, I bought Woo. Told you I'm gonna buy Woo. I traded Woo. I've done alright on Woo. Do you know what I mean? So I ain't complaining on that one. But yeah, I mean, look, market's green, coming back. And remember, when it goes parabola, guys, that's when it goes all crazy. So that's when you're not going to know what to buy, what not to buy. And I'm just going to always warn you for one thing, by the way, guys. Please do understand this. Let's just give you a good example here. I think this would completely make sense. Look, when I activate volume, and I want you to follow this as well. Whenever you see something, right, that has high volume, right, high volume, you know, the stochastic RSI, the RSI, everything's showing up. This clearly indicates that this is going to have a pullback. Of course, it suffered a little bit yesterday, but this is, look, everything is indicating that we've had, you know, a few good green days. Well, come on, you're a genius if you figure it out. yes, we're going to have a red candle. Full stop. We're not going to have green candles or blue candles in my case for the next 100 days. Come on, guys. There's always going to be a red. So now you understand this. You have to understand, okay, am I holding this for another 2 years, 5 years, 10 years? Or am I holding this for a nice little 10, 15%, 20% pump? In my case, what's happened is since yesterday to here, this pumped about this much, 19%. And in my trade, I probably did, because I had a Forex trade. So that's, for me, so that's 80%. So think about it. What I did was, instead of buying the Woo itself, I just went and done a nice little trade. And I traded it with USDT. So I didn't buy the USDT because I already had some. So I used the USDT to open a trade on Woo, and I'm now up approximately 80%. That's not bad. So yesterday I had a nice little dip, 10, 15, 20%. I lost the amount I had. Today I managed to recover that and some more. So I'm happy. So after this stream, I'm going to go move my leverage, the stop loss. Or I'll probably just come out of it. You know, I'm disciplined enough to look at this and say, well, there's going to be a pullback. I might as well still just come out of it. Do you know what I mean? I won't really bother because I think there's a pullback coming. Because we're coming to this threshold. You see this particular area that I was looking at here. We're coming there. And I know when we get there, we're going to find a nice little rejection because nothing goes up all the way. It's got to come back again. Find itself a nice little zone here. And as far as I can see, this line would be the support zone. So it's going to come, find support here and then move up. So I can buy it back up here, continue again. You know, rinse and repeat, carry on. So other than that, guys, I hope, really hope everybody found value from this. It wasn't supposed to be a long video, and I am very tired anyway. I don't know is someone messaging me on WhatsApp or Discord or whatever? Who's messaging me on Discord or WhatsApp? You know, I can't see what's going on. Someone says we could do those fools pumping us up. Which fools? Oh, they're not. No one's. So someone's. I think what's his name? Mr. C is on Discord talking about how there's a big scam going on, like on YouTube, and it happens quite a bit. What Mr. C doesn't really understand, he's excited about those fools pumping us up and dumping. No. Mr. C, if you're still here or you're here at all, let me say this to you. Please understand. Those YouTube scams that you see with Elon Musk, Vitalik Buterin or whatever, giveaway, you know, give us 1 Bitcoin, we'll double your Bitcoin for you. First of all, go to the account and see how many videos they've got. Number one, they have one video. Then you'll see they have like 50,000 people out there. Trust me, they're not 50,000 people, they're probably bots. Another thing you'll find is they are scams, and this is someone else's account. Some of them will show you 100,000 subscribers for one video that launched today. Sorry, somebody makes sense to me. How did you get 100,000 subscribers for the one single video? So when you start seeing these things, you got to be logical. That's a complete scam. So the first thing you do, you don't share, you don't like, you don't do dislike or none of that business, because you're giving them engagement. You hit that report button. The sooner you can hit report, the sooner you can shut this thing down. It's a very common thing. It doesn't pump the market. It changes people's perspective and views, and people start hating everybody, thinking we're the scammers. So it's a complete negative impact on the whole ecosystem. You know, for us, we're trying to do something good here for people. Like myself, I'm trying to do my best here to help people, keep you grounded, to give you the real facts, to, you know, kind of shout it into you, beat it into you, right? And of course, guys, don't take offense, right? That's just how I am. Even in real life, people who met me, they know I talk like this. This is who I am. This is how it's just, that's the best I know. You know what I mean? I'm not going to be the friendliest, kindest, nicest person out there. I can if I want to be, but the point is that's just not in my nature. This is what you see is what you get. That's how I am. So please be careful, you know, especially with these things, and don't share this with one another, because the more engagement you're creating, the more ideas these guys are getting. They're going to give up once. And back in the days, hundreds of thousands of people used to watch it, right? So yeah, please, you know, the scams, report them. Any scams you see, even if you feel that I'm being scammy, report me, right? Anybody who does anything scammy, report them. That's what I would say. Obviously those guys with one video, 50,000 people watching, guys, I'm telling you, it's not right. I'm going to go off to sleep. Well, thanks, man. Awesome, my brother. Thank you, Custard. Awesome. I'm also going as well. Hold on. My man or female? I'm going off. I sleep well, man or female. Hold on. Now you're confusing me. Okay, hold on. Custard Boot. Are you a man or are you a female? Because you can see I'm a man. You can see I'm a man. The question is, are you a man or a female? Damn. We're going to have to find out very soon. Other than that, guys, on that note, everybody's going to go to bed now. So I'm also going to bed. Well, not bed. I've got other stuff to do. I want to go watch, do a few bits and bobs. But like, share, subscribe, guys, if you haven't already. Make sure to share with one another. And I'm going to catch you guys on another one tomorrow, hopefully. I'll try and do a nice early one. None of these late ones, because I know the late ones is kind of late and it's kind of not on the schedule that I normally do, because I normally do a stream between 2 to 3. So I'll definitely do try and get back onto that timetable, but today was a bit difficult, and I did tell everybody yesterday that, you know, I will probably not do a video today, but I did do one. I can see that you're a man, but I must not judge in these times. Of course, I understand. I understand. The best way to just say it, you know how I keep it universal, my fellow human. So rather than saying my man, my woman, my fellow human, so that way we know we're all part of humanity, nothing else. Thanks a lot, brother. Good night to you too. And as I said, everybody, thank you very much for coming to the show. It's been an awesome show. Lovely buzzing chat. I'm definitely going to talk to Matt and a few other people as well, see exactly what's going on. And yeah, let's grow this community. Let's take it to another level and see exactly what happens. So that's that. Thank you very much. Adios, my amigos. I'll see you on another one tomorrow.